Hello friends and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I will be talking about the recent development about education in India, and I probably hope you guessed it right, the new education policy, also known as the National Education Policy. So in this video, I'll be talking about three basic aspects in context of the new education policy. First would be a little bit of background, and also I'll be including some recent interesting developments, or I should say some things which we never would want to happen in education sector. And also will I be talking about the changes that will happen after the implementation, rather successful implementation of new education policy. And after that, I will be talking about the drawbacks of the new education policy or shortcomings of new education policy wherein it fails to focus on. So, a little bit background about education policies in India. By far, there have been three education policies. The first one came in 1968. Second was followed to the same in 1986 by Indira Gandhi and Rajiv Gandhi's government, like not in a collaboration, but Rajiv Gandhi as a major focus in the same context. And the third one was a revision of same 1986's education policy in 1991 when P.V. Narasimha Rao's government was in power. So that's about it. So the recent new education policy is the upgradation of 34-year-old education policy, and now I'll be including facts, like rather some interesting aspects which you would never want to listen, but irony that you have to. A recent news there was found about in the education aura. So there was this teacher Sangeeta Kashyap who taught for 24 years, of which he was absent for 23 years. Now, this is one example to give, but also this gives proves that there should be many more like this, and also it proves that one rotten mango in the entire basket could prove the could make the entire basket rotten. So that's how it is. Like, it's the same about police department and other government departments as well. Like, there should be one rotten mango and the entire department is to be blamed. So that's how just the case is. So, and after that she was sacked for the same, and she had grossed around 1 crore of salary in the 24 years. And in 2009, a PISA test, that's an international test which happens for evaluation of the students worldwide, and India ranked 72 out of 73 countries, leaving just one country behind, Kyrgyzstan. So that is really embarrassing, and UPA government, the then government in power, was so embarrassed that it banned the test. So that's how things work in India, and then they call the current NDA government as, I don't know, like they call them for running out some agendas which they do not consider the opinions of others as well. And that was about some background and interesting aspects as like I see. Now I'll be talking about the changes of new education policy. So the first change, and rather a very prime change which I find in the new education policy, is the child or the student will decide what he wants to do, and not the parents or teachers which we are unfortunately the sufferers of. So the child will decide about his education and not the parents or teachers, and that is one thing. The second change is the entire nation will go or the same education. The educational standards on the entire nation will be similar. Like we say, for now, I'm preparing for UPSC, as I told in some other video as well. So we are asked to refer for Tamil Nadu board as NCRT's books. So that is one lacuna I find, because why not Maharashtra government's, or why not Uttar Pradesh government's books? Why Tamil Nadu is so much focused that it is used as a standard book for UPSC preparations? So that I find a lacuna. So this education policy also focuses on same education on the entire nation. This education policy's third focus is to bring in the system the students that drop out. So now I'll give you a short example about why students drop out. So what happens is when a student learns, or they gain an age wherein they begin to understand about the education or what they learn. So what happens is, like in let's consider in the standard of 8th or 9th or 10th, where there are maximum dropouts. So a kid learns about, first say, Ohm's law, and then he comes home and then he tries to apply it, and then he comes to a context that he can't apply it. or the application therein is missing. Or let's say, for that matter, trigonometry chapter, for that I don't remember any primary trigonometry chapter, but I'll say for that matter, mensuration. So the kid comes home and then he realizes there's no application, and then he tells his parents that I studied this, but I don't know where do I use this. So after that, the parents are then in a confused state wherein they don't understand that we should either further educate him or start like let him employment from this stage. So that's one reason for major dropouts. So the government or the new education policy in this context will try to fill in the application gap, the lacuna, that application gap which students feel, that will be filled in this education policy. Also, this education policy has increased focus on pre-primary education. Studies have revealed that the children who cannot read up to the age of 10 lack grasping power when they are in higher classes. So because of that, this government is this new education policy, I'm sorry, this new education policy's focus is on increasing pre-primary education and improving the pre-primary education as well. This education policy, when I heard, was new, and what was the rumors around that boards are cancelled. So boards aren't cancelled, rather boards are diluted. So I remember when I was in school, boards had so much of focus, like that was only exam which others consider one should top in. Like it was like a war, going out on war after 10 years of preparation. That's how it was at my age. Like it's not that long, around 6 years back from today, but still it was that. And before that, maybe it was a youth scale war. So that's how it was. But this system has been diluted and not removed. Boards will continue, but there will be continuous evaluation with boards. The major board exam, one board examination will not decide everything, and there will be continuous evaluation throughout the year and throughout the education since childhood. Not one board's examination will decide the future as like it does now. So that is one thing. And about maths, which is a fear for some students when they grow up. So what they are planning to do in the new education policy about maths is there will be two levels of maths introduced at a certain point of standard, and there will be basic level maths for students who are weak in maths and high level maths for students who are strong in maths. So that will happen. So the maths problem or the fear because of which one is reason for dropping out of students, that will be also reduced, and maths problem will also be solved.